This is the king of dong style, the man bringing sleazy back to professional wrestling, Joey Ryan.
What's up, guys? It is your favorite hot mess, Chelsea Green.
That's right. It's me again, your 24-year-old piece of gold, Leo Rush.
And you're watching the hottest,
the most iconic E-Fed in the world.
HKW
Wrestling.
HKW Wrestling. Enjoy.
They wanna know the state of that union, what we're all immune to, what the fuck we clapping for, what the fuck the shrooms do, where the fuck my drink go, trying to get my head clear, trying to figure out the path we took to just get here. No cheers, no sounds, quiet while they contemplate, searching for the storyline, trying to finally consummate. Or was it consummate? Pronounced dominant, salute to the narrative, somebody's live blogging it up, so we in real time, status says loving it, till they let that motherfucker go and cop a double clip. And what's the reason for it? And is it treason for a middle path tempered to be agitated even more? Or do we stick to one side and never pole vault? Never shake and bake, no Lowry's, no salt, and no spice to it. I put the ice to it, turpentine down, hard enough to cut right. We put our heart in to pull the words out, with the glass in the hand, pull the nerves out. You hear a pin drop, but your ears closed.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Richard G. Mayer, and tonight the boys from Team Rampage and Team Prestige collide head-to-head. The tag team titles are on the line inside a Hell in a Cell, and three of the HKW's best collide for the HKW Championship.
Balls Count Anywhere match. And it's for the Extreme Ultraviolet Championship.
And we're going to start things off tonight with Chaos Championship action on his way out to the ring. CJ Mundo. And Mundo's certainly one of the more intense, violent, and sadistic superstars here in the HKW. Almost like a Chaos Championship match was like a coming home party for CJ Mundo. And this may be El Diablo's biggest challenge to date. Here tonight, HKW Pure Bedlam. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight. And if you haven't already, make sure to slam down on that subscribe button, hit the ringside bell so you stay notified of all the great action here on HKW, like Pure Bedlam, Wednesday Night Prestige, or Friday Night Rampage. On his way down to the ring, he is Hell's favorite luchador and the HKW Chaos Champion, El Diablo. El Diablo capturing the title about 6 weeks ago, taking it from the former champion Christian Wright. He has been a fighting champion. This will definitely be El Diablo's greatest challenge to date here in the HKW, facing off against the equally sadistic CJ Mundo.
Introducing the challenger from New York, weighing in at 250 pounds, Bad Boy. Introducing the champion from Michigan, weighing in at 221 pounds, he is the Extreme Ultraviolet Champion, the Devil.
This Montreal crowd, quite boisterous as we get ready for our first contest. El Diablo turning over that Chaos Championship belt. Mundo choosing not even to look at the belt, his eyes squarely on the man standing across the ring, El Diablo. And here we go. Our first contest is underway, and just like that, Mundo wasting absolutely no time, dropping El Diablo with a lariat. Diablo fighting back, and spin wheel kick into the face of CJ Mundo. Here comes El Diablo, Hurricanrana takeover. El Diablo, a very well-versed competitor, both in the Lucha Libre style and training for several years over in Japan, becoming very accustomed to the death match. Of course, the rules of this Chaos Championship match are Apocalypse rules. Falls count anywhere, and weapons not just allowed but encouraged. CJ Mundo going to take some of that encouragement right out the gate, grabbing a hold of the table from underneath the ring, and the wood finding its way right between the eyes of El Diablo. Gets tossed back into the ring. Mundo looking back underneath the apron for more hardware, and he's got himself a sledgehammer that he plants square in the back of El Diablo. Diablo fighting the sledgehammer out of the hands of Mundo. Mundo quickly recovering with a fireman's carry takeover, trying to grab a hold of that table. Diablo not willing to let it happen, picking Mundo up, but Mundo flipping his body down into a modified crossbody on Hell's favorite luchador. The Chaos Champion could be in trouble, being tossed across the ring into the corner as Mundo grabbing that table again. Again, using it as a modified battering ram. Now setting it up into the corner and turning his attention back to the HKW Chaos Champion, El Diablo. Diablo rolling through, drop toe hold. Nice move there by El Diablo. Diablo shot to the midsection and a sunset flip powerbomb, taking Mundo off the side of the apron all the way down to the mats below. And that's going to grant him a near fall. Nice moves by El Diablo, taking back control in this contest from the HKW's #1 contender to the Chaos title, CJ Mundo. Mundo continually going underneath the ring, looking for more and more weapons. Diablo saw the chair coming, able to get it out of the way and save himself a possible concussion. Looking for another pinfall here on Mundo, and that's going to get him another near fall. And now El Diablo, steel chair right between the eyes of CJ Mundo. Mundo shaking the cobwebs out. Tossing Diablo over towards the corner. Mundo, full head of steam and a full body spear plows El Diablo through the barricade. We knew this would be violent going in. But Mundo more than willing to disassemble the ring, the barricade, hell, probably the whole set, if it means that he can find something to do damage to El Diablo, with Diablo DDT putting down CJ Mundo. Here's another cover and another kick out by Mundo. Diablo looking for the scoop slam. CJ putting the brakes on and smashing the back of El Diablo into the barricade. Bridging fisherman's suplex and a 2 count for CJ Mundo. And sometimes when you watch CJ in the ring, grabbing a hold of anything that isn't nailed down, and hell, sometimes things that are, it's hard to, it's rather easy to forget just how technically sound this guy is inside the squared circle. El Diablo being set up on that table. Diablo knew it was coming on. Diablo, well, turnabout Diablo, drop kicking CJ Mundo through the table. That can do it too. Oh, Mundo just barely able to escape a long 2 count after being smashed through that table, and now putting fists into the masked face of El Diablo. So far, there's been nothing that's been able to put down Hell's favorite luchador. Mundo with a shot to the side of the head of El Diablo has him up against the ropes. Nope, thinks better of it. Instead, going to toss him out to the floor. Mundo measuring things up. Here he goes. Oh, and a suicide dive, crashing into the HKW Chaos Champion El Diablo. Mundo looking for a lariat. Diablo turning things around. DDT cracking open the skull of Mundo. Blood beginning to pour down Mundo's face, but Mundo not willing to quit. Mundo able to avoid the shot there from Diablo. Things beginning to ramp up in front of these fans here in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Oh! Arms are hooked. DDT planting El Diablo hard into the floor too. That's gonna do it, ladies and gentlemen. We have a new HKW Chaos Champion. Incredible battle. Both these guys pulling out all the stops and damn near everything from underneath the ring. And we have a new Chaos Champion here, CJ Mundo. What a way to start off HKW Pure Bedlam here tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, we have so much more coming up. Femme Fatale Tournament Finals are next.
Hey guys, it's Archangel Brian Mead here. Just want to remind you to slam down on that subscribe button so you have a chance to win this Becky Lynch Funko Pop we're giving away at 300 subscribers. Just make sure to hit subscribe, leave a comment on this video. Good luck.
Alright, what started off with 16 of the toughest women in professional wrestling has whittled its way down to 2.
From Michigan, Tenacious.
on her way down to the ring. She is the first ever HKW Women's Champion. Tracy Chaos. She was actually eliminated from the tournament, but after an injury took Scarlett Jones out of contention, Tracy Chaos able to win an 8-woman ladder match for a second chance, and she has made the most of that second chance here tonight, making it all the way to the finals. But there is one woman looking to rain on her parade.
And her opponent, from Grand Rapids, Michigan,
Catherine Storm on her way to the ring. Talk about impressive. This woman has brought it in spades every time that she has climbed inside the squared circle. And if she can do that again here tonight, then she will earn herself a shot at the Undisputed Women's Championship coming up next month on December 22nd at HKW Festival of Fights. But there can be only one. And Storm pushing Tracy Chaos back into the corner. Referee looking for a clean break. Tracy not gonna give it. A paint brushing, disrespectful slap across the face of Catherine Storm. And Storm looking for a neck breaker. Tracy Chaos gonna fight her way out of it. And no, Tracy tossed into the corner, picked up by Storm, and a scoop slam, putting down the OG Women's Champion. Speaking of women's action, later on tonight, Cynthia St. Clair and her 17 personalities will have to put the Undisputed Women's title on the line against the former HKW Undisputed Women's Champion, April Mead, and the woman who was taken out of the Femme Fatale tournament, Scarlett Jones. That is still come later on tonight. Trace Chaos hopping up onto the middle turnbuckle, and a knee finding its way right between the shoulders of Catherine Storm. Whoa! What a move by Catherine Storm! An enziguri kick across the face of Tracy Chaos out of nowhere. And here's a cover and a kick out from Tracy. What a move by Storm, who now tosses Tracy down to the floor on the outside, following her out. And we have ourselves a good old-fashioned cat fight down on the floor. Storm hurled across the barricade. We just got that thing put back together. Tracy Chaos heading out into the fans to confront Catherine Storm. Headbutt right to the back of the head of Tracy Chaos. Goes flying back over the barricade. These ladies are going to have to get back into the ring before the referee reaches his 10 count. He's up to 7. Oh! Tracy Chaos shot to the side of the head of Catherine Storm. Storm back into the ring. Kick the midsection on Chaos. Here comes Storm. A red, whoa! And a big hurricanrana taking Tracy Chaos off the feet onto her back. And now Black Widow locked in deep. Catherine Storm with the Black Widow. Tracy Chaos able to fight her way out of that vicious submission hold. But how much damage did it do in the meantime? Catherine Storm unrelenting as Tracy. Oh! Storm planting Tracy Chaos face first, but too close to the ring ropes. And the veteran Tracy Chaos putting those years inside the squared circle and all the knowledge she has amassed in her time to good use. Heading to the outside and slowing things down to her own pace. And this is where it could be very dangerous for Catherine Storm. Oh! Could be very dangerous for Catherine Storm. She's put up a hell of an effort in this Femme Fatale tournament, but it may all be done, or rather undone, by Tracy Chaos right here. And Tracy can feel it. She is closing in on not just another opportunity, but another run as the women's champion. She's got Catherine Storm perched up on that top, but bringing Catherine Storm off the top with a monstrous arm drag. Storm trying to get back to her feet as Chaos motioning to these Montreal fans that this match, it will be coming to a close. We've seen this before. She can be looking for that big elbow, and if she hits it, this is going to be over. Tracy Chaos off the top rope. The big elbow. That's going to be it. 1, 2. Catherine Storm. Captain Storm stunning Tracy Chaos and the HKW Nation. She has gone through every woman that has stood in her path, and she refuses to go down to Tracy Chaos. Chaos kicking out at 2. Neither woman willing to concede an inch. Knee firmly placed in the back of Tracy Chaos. Chaos working her way back to her feet. Elbow into the midsection of Catherine Storm. Irish whip into the ropes. Tracy going underneath and a spinning back elbow. That may have broken the nose of Catherine Storm. One who desperately wants one more shot at the gold. Another who will do anything to find her way into the center spotlight. This is what it is all about, ladies and gentlemen. 100% heart between these women, and Catherine Storm dribbling the head of Tracy Chaos like a basketball in the corner. A shot now to the knee, to the midsection, and to the arm. There is not a part of Tracy Chaos's body that is safe from Catherine Storm. Here comes Chaos, taking Storm down with a clothesline. Catherine Storm launched over the top rope at the hands of the OG Women's Champion, Tracy Chaos. Oh! I think Tracy Chaos might have slipped right there. That's going to give Catherine Storm the time to get back into the ring, but awaiting Tracy, putting her down once again with the clothesline. And just a little cover by Chaos. 2, and Tracy Chaos zeroing in on Catherine Storm. She's got the near fall. Storm, back elbow into the nose of Tracy. Frankensteiner taking down Tracy Chaos. Covered by Storm. 1, And again, Chaos staying alive in this contest. What is it going to take for one of these women to seal the deal here tonight? Oh! Drop kick into the face of Tracy Chaos. And instead of looking for a cover, Catherine Storm, no! Back into that Black Widow submission. Tracy knows how to get out of it now, pushing the leg off the back of her head. And a drop toe hold, putting Catherine Storm into that middle rope. Tracy Chaos taking back control in this seesaw matchup. Catherine Storm, back elbow, Tracy, arm drag. Backdrop by Catherine Storm, turning it into a modified Sambo suplex. Tracy rolling to the outside and a Manhattan drop awaiting Catherine Storm. With each and every blow, you can feel just how bad these women want it. Storm. No. Tracy. No. Storm. Kick to the midsection. Oh! And the cutter. The cutter of Tracy Chaos. 1, 2. That's going to do it. Tracy Chaos is down. Catherine Storm has won the Femme Fatale tournament. Catherine Storm is heading to Festival of Fights and a shot at the Undisputed Women's Championship.
You know, no witty introductions, no friendly neighborhood anarchists today. You can blame Daniel Roberts for that. You know, you're lucky I finally picked up the phone last night, because the fact of the matter is, I'm sick and tired of you. I don't want to be around you. I don't want to hear your name. I don't want to see you. Yes, we are going into Pure Bedlam to challenge for the HKW Tag Team Championships of the world, but not by my design and not by my choice, because Daniel Roberts, the egotistical meme of the HKW and the wrestling world as a whole, decided to stick his nose in my business. And now there's no take-backsies. Yeah. So I'm stuck with you. But make no mistake about it, there's no sorry. I don't give a shit about your apologies, Daniel. I'd never wanted you as a partner. I never needed you as a partner. I never asked for your help, because the fact of the matter is you can't help anyone. You can't even help yourself. In fact, you're the most highly decorated loser in all of HKW. I mean, let's just look at your track record. Yes, you managed to Forrest Gump your way and bullshit your way through a long, beautiful, prestigious European Championship run. And how did that end? On some controversial bullshit where you got drugged. Okay, sure, somebody roofied the British badass, but that's fine. Let's say I buy that for a single second, that you saw a demon. You do realize that you're such a screw-up. You didn't just lose the European Championship for yourself. You lost it for the entirety of HKW, because the championship doesn't even exist anymore. It's been Brexited thanks to the British badass, Sir Daniel Roberts. There was only ever 3 European champions in all of HKW history. Good job on that. I mean, don't get me wrong, the US Championship looks amazing, and I can't wait to get my hands on it when the time is right. But I'm sure you won't be sniffing that title anytime soon. You see, that's what you do. You screw things up, Daniel. Just like you screw friendships up. You see, even if I was willing to sort of forgive and forget and try to get on the same page with you, you're on a completely different book as I am. So there's just no hope in getting on the same page. How do friendships end with Daniel Roberts? Either they get tired of you or you get tired of them. You're here doing what you do best, riding the coattails of a more popular, skillful fighter, heading into a main event type match. That's what you do, isn't it, Daniel? You know, I've said this before and I'll say it again. If you get in my way at Pure Bedlam, you've got a lot more than a stunner coming your way. You see, I've been at war with the elite for a long time. I don't know what you've been doing. You see, I'm the guy who does this job. You must be the other guy. You're not equipped for this war that you're trying to insert yourself in. But you're a part of it now. And I'm telling you one thing. If I have to sacrifice you, throw you to the wolves to get what I want, what I aim to accomplish, then Daniel, I'll damn well do it. Stay out of my way. The EFED Elite knows it's on site. The Heralds of Valhalla are putting you on check right now. You boys, most impressive tag team I've ever seen in any EFED. It's on site for you too. 'Cause I'm walking out of Pure Bedlam, the tag team champions, not with Daniel Roberts. He's just an unfortunate circumstance. At the end of that match, I will be the tag team champions. And anybody that's got something to say about that can kiss my ass, because it's all day on site. I'll see you boys soon, bitches.
Well, Rob Roman is certainly ready for tonight in that Hell in a Cell triple threat tag team matchup.
It's scheduled for one fall, and it's for the Internet Championship.
All right, now we are getting ready for Internet title action. The franchise has been waiting for a one-on-one shot at the Internet title for months. He has been willing to attack Noah Youngblood at each and every turn. But here tonight, the franchise and Noah Youngblood will clash one-on-one. Wait, there's Noah! There's Noah Youngblood! Franchise doesn't see him, and we are going! Franchise being taken over, full Nelson suplex, courtesy of Noah Youngblood. Franchise grabbing a hold of Youngblood, and an exploder suplex takes over the HKW Internet Champion. Franchise desperately wanting his belt, his netty back. But whether or not he'll be able to pry it from the hands of Noah Youngblood remains to be seen. This young man, one of the most impressive we have ever seen in the HKW. Just destroying the knees of the franchise. Interesting strategy to start things off. Of course, if you can't stand, can't run, can't move around the ring, that will definitely give the advantage to your opponent. Franchise clubbing blow to the back of the head of Noah Youngblood, stacking Youngblood up into the corner. Irish Spring flinging Youngblood across the ring, looking to follow it up with a shoulder block. Youngblood out of the way, and now cradling up Franchise into the pinning combination. Franchise able to escape, taking the legs out from underneath of Youngblood. And that big size 13 boot of Franchise right into the chest of the Internet Champion. Cover now by Franchise. Quick kick out by Youngblood. Avoiding the contact, double underhook. That chicken wing suplex of Noah Youngblood, so effective. Scooping up Franchise and a pile driver. Planting Franchise. Youngblood pulling Franchise towards the center of the ring. Not ready to go for a pinfall yet. Instead, going up top and a moonsault. Now going to look for the cover, and Franchise getting his shoulder off the ground just before the 2. had registered from our official. Tossing Youngblood into the corner is Franchise. Release. Overhead belly to belly suplex. Franchise easily one of the most technically sound combatants here in the HKW. And here comes Youngblood, and Youngblood through the ropes and driving that elbow right underneath the chin of the Franchise. Innovative offense on display by Noah Youngblood, going back to the knees now. And gotta say that is smart offense on the part of Noah Youngblood. Not doing damage to just one knee, but instead both. And that's going to make Franchise work twice as hard as he pins Noah into the corner. Almost looked like he was trying to smother him there. Now slipping behind Noah Youngblood. German suplex. Franchise. Franchise, of course, former HKW Internet Champion. Multiple shots into the face, and Noah Youngblood comes crashing down off the top turnbuckle. Franchise, a former Internet Champion, a very highly respected Internet Champion. And ever since losing that title gold this past summer, it has been a driving quest, almost an obsession for the Franchise. Gotta wonder how far that obsession will fuel the former champion in his quest to regain the gold here tonight. Noah Youngblood wrapping the arm of Franchise around that top rope. Willing to do anything and everything if it means that he will successfully defend the gold here tonight. Drop kick finds both men on their back. Referee warning both men they're going to have to get back up before he delivers that mandatory 10 count. Youngblood hooking the arms of Franchise, and the knees finding their way into the ribs of the former champion to a Franchise. Franchise hearing the call of Nettie, firing that shoulder off the mat. How much will the ghosts of Franchise past haunt Noah Youngblood here tonight in this contest? Youngblood placing the knee into the back of the Franchise. Cover now. 2. And again, only a near fall. No slowing down the Franchise here tonight. HKW Pure Bedlam live from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. It was just over 12 years ago in this very building. The Hitman Bret Hart infamously screwed over by the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. A fact that has been haunting each and every superstar who has to put their title on the line here tonight. That knowledge that history could repeat itself. Franchise fighting his way back inside the ring. Here comes Noah Youngblood. Shot to the face of the Franchise. Hooks the arm and suplex taking over the technically sound franchise. Whoa! Youngblood, German suplex, holding out for dear life, taking a page out of franchise's own playbook. Franchise in the corner. Oh no. Noah Youngblood has franchise in his sights. Drop kick right to the head of franchise. Is a cover. 1, 2. Whoa! Franchise again, barely staying alive in this contest. Belly to belly suplex. But you can see that one didn't have quite as much oomph on it as the ones prior to it. Franchise looking for a moonsault. Youngblood rolling out of the way while franchise is in midair. Here's a roll up. 2. Whoa, and franchise. Franchise again keeping his hopes alive. Youngblood, straight jacket DDT. Pulling a page out of Rob Roman's playbook. Enziguri now across the cheek of franchise. Youngblood pulling all new moves out here tonight in an attempt to slow down the franchise, the number one contender to the HKW Internet Championship. Franchise bringing Youngblood back to his feet. Youngblood, hard right hand across the face of franchise. A second, a third. Franchise, snapmare takeover. Squeezing the life out of Youngblood. Youngblood, elbows back into the face of the franchise. Kick to the midsection. Arms are hooked. And Youngblood. Youngblood with the rib breaker. 1, 2. And Youngblood has done it. Noah Youngblood successfully defending the HKW Internet Championship here tonight. Incredible back and forth battle. It was any man's ball game, but Noah Youngblood with that rib breaker of his, securing victory, and he will head home with the HKW Internet Championship. Congratulations to Noah Youngblood. So much more HKW action, including Country and Outlaw versus the Brotherhood. That match is next. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Coming up February 22nd, HKW Festival of Fights. on his way down to the ring. He is the one-man army, the envoy of justice,
I got a job to do.
the outlaw.
No one. Get your gun, kiss your wife, and lock up your daughter. Don't let her fall in love with the pale rider.
The son of Ken Skull is here tonight to team up with the world heavyweight champion Big Country to take on his father's biker gang of bad guys, the Brotherhood.
You draw dead.
The real question here tonight is, how will Country and the Outlaw coexist inside the ring? Two rivals who have gone at it on numerous occasions. But here tonight, somehow these two guys are going to have to find a way to work together, because if they don't, it could spell disaster at the hands of the Brotherhood. Big Country, the first ever World Heavyweight Champion here in the HKW, representing the blue brand.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 814 pounds, Cowboy
I made the devil run.
Miles,
I gave him poison just for fun. I had one friend, now there's none. I made the devil run. I broke so many bones, but none of them were
The Brotherhood certainly looking confident out here tonight, and why shouldn't they? They have Outlaw and Country outnumbered, and we saw what happened a couple weeks ago when Country and Outlaw were supposed to tag up. Big Country being blasted through the windshield of a car, leaving Outlaw to fend for himself out here. And I hand it to the Outlaw. The one-man army certainly looked like an army of one, but in the end, it was the Brotherhood putting down the envoy of justice. Here comes Outlaw off the ropes. Shot into the gut of Adam Duke. Tag going to be made into Country. The Cowboy Adam Duke tossing Country into the corner. Tag into 6 Mile. And 6 Mile taking the leg out from underneath Big Country. Russian leg sweep as the president of the Brotherhood looks on. Spine buster planting 6 Mile courtesy of Big Country. Big Country just wailing on 6 Mile here in the corner now with that camel clutch applied to 6 Mile. Meanwhile, on the apron, Adam Duke and Ken Skull can only look on. Tagging Tag into the Outlaw. Outlaw and Country have been having their way with the Brotherhood thus far. Shot to the face of the Outlaw, courtesy of Adam Duke, and Duke taking a hard spill down to the floor. DDT to Ken Skull. 6 Mile back up to his feet. Outlaw, no, Outlaw spinning around behind 6 Mile. Placing it up on his shoulders and bringing him down. Sit out powerbomb 1. And a kick out by 6 Mile. Duke back into the corner as Outlaw looking to tag in Big Country, but Duke able to stop that. But there may be no stopping this. Pop-up powerbomb. That could do it. 1, 2, and Duke escaping with a near fall. Ken Skull distracting the attention of the Outlaw with a little trash talk. One can only imagine how easy it is for the president of the Brotherhood to get inside the head of his own son, his own flesh and blood. And that could spell disaster for the Outlaw here tonight. Outlaw going low and taking over Duke with the fireman's carry. Cover now by Outlaw, and again Duke firing that shoulder up. But each time he does, a little more energy being taken out of the body of Adam Duke. But Duke calling in for reinforcements now. And they've got Outlaw. They've got Outlaw up. Triple powerbomb from the Brotherhood. Grabbing Outlaw's shirt, tearing it off of him. Just disrespect from the... Wait. What is that? I didn't know Outlaw had a tattoo. Wait. That's a Brotherhood tattoo. The Outlaw with a Brotherhood tattoo across his back, the same as his father, Ken Skull. Why does the Outlaw have a Brotherhood tattoo? Outlaw grabbing a hold of 6 Mile, brings 6 Mile down hard across his knee. And you can see the look of confusion on the face of Big Country. Not tagging into the Outlaw there. I gotta say, if I saw that kind of tattoo on the back of my tag team partner, I'd have a lot of questions too. 6 Mile tossing Outlaw over the top of drop kick. Takes the Outlaw off the side of the ring and down to the floor. And now, here comes the big man himself, the former World Heavyweight Champion Ken Skull. Skull rights and lefts into the face of his son. Reversal by the Outlaw. And Skull going low, taking the knee out from underneath. Outlaw trying to crawl to the corner of Big Country, but Skull just mocking his son. The envoy of justice being picked apart here tonight by the president of the Brotherhood. brother Ken Skull. Here comes the Outlaw. Outlaw turning things around, dropping Ken Skull, but a very mixed reaction coming from not just Big Country, but these fans here in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Ken Skull dropping Big Country off the side of the apron. And that looks like it pissed off Country. Country and Ken Skull colliding mid-air. That's going to allow Outlaw to get back to his feet. Ken Skull tagging out to Adam Duke. Country making his way back up onto the apron. Tag in now to 6 Mile. Gotta hand it to the Brotherhood. Quick tags between these men. Outlaw backdropped hard. And the Brotherhood complete control here now over the Outlaw ever since that triple powerbomb. Country begging for Outlaw to tag him in, but Outlaw can barely get to his feet, let alone get across the ring. Outlaw short arm clothesline, and now here comes Big Country. Ken Skull trying to take out the knees from underneath Big Country. Country avoiding the contact. But that reverse DDT turning fortunes back in the favor of the Brotherhood. And even with as tough as a man like Big Country is, I don't know how he is supposed to contend with all 3 members of the Brotherhood. The Outlaw pretty much spent at this point. But here comes Country back into the face of Ken Skull. Big right hand and a big boot from the Big Hoss himself, the HKW's World Heavyweight Champion, Big Country. Country slamming the head of Skull repeatedly into the canvas. Skull back body drop. Sends Country over. Country rolling out of the ring and immediately sliding back down. Country doesn't know how to back away from a fight. And Ken Skull using the body of Country like a battering ram in the corner. Pulling up the ankle, stretching Big Country, but didn't look like he could hold on there. And now Country is a long way from where he wants to be. He is at the mercy of Adam Duke, 6 Mile, and Ken Skull, the Brotherhood. 6 Mile flipping over Big Country, slamming him down to the mat. Tag in to Adam Duke. Duke gonna send Country over the top rope. Country not falling down to the floor, instead going to get elevated. High angle suplex courtesy of Adam Duke. Gonna bring in the president now. Ken Skull. Oh! Thought for a second Country might be turning it around, but just as fast. Ken Skull taking things back over in this contest, and a pile driver compacting the vertebrae of Big Country, who escapes just before the 3 count can be made by our official. Things are not looking good for the one-man army and the world heavyweight champion, but a choke slam to Ken Skull could turn things around. Here's the cover 2 and a kick out by Ken Skull. The wars that these men have had, and now Skull with that tongue and death grip around the throat of Country. Shot to the midsection, and Skull forced to relinquish the hold. Smart move by Big Country. There's only been one individual in HKW's history that's managed to pry the hand away from their neck once that tongue and death grip gets locked in. That's, of course, the anarchist Rob Roman. Country with Ken Skull in the corner. Smashing Skull. Full body avalanche. Lifting Skull up. Pair of snake eyes delivered to Skull and a big boot. Follows up with a leg drop. Brilliant combination courtesy of the big hoss himself, Big Country. And Country locking in that dragon sleeper. The back of Ken Skull bending unnaturally, able to escape with a series of shots to the head. And now heading up to the top rope, looking to bring down a little old school. The Outlaw had to be feeling that. That was the move that put the Outlaw out of commission for near 8 weeks at the hands of his own father, Ken Skull. Skull shooting Country into the corner. A headbutt to Country. And Skull has Country laid out on that bottom rope. Here comes Ken Skull. And those big boots of Skulls right to the temple of Country. And Country escaping just prior to 3. So many close calls in this contest between Outlaw and Country and the Brotherhood. Country firing back out of the corner. The world champion is alive, blocking back in that dragon sleeper. Here comes Adam Duke. Adam Duke kicking Country across the face. Country answering back, right hands, dropping Duke down to the mat. Blood spurting from the head of Big Country. He's not slowing down Adam Duke. Saving the President Ken Skull from what looked like a Big Country bomb. And now here comes Duke. Russian leg sweep. 6 Mile quickly taking things over from Duke. Country looking for a flipping clothesline. Not able to connect. Here comes 6 Mile. 6 Mile driving the jaw of Country into the mat. Country trying to crawl to the Outlaw, and 6 Mile mocking Country, cutting him off just before he can make the tag in to the Outlaw. Country driving 6 Mile over the top rope with a clothesline. Here comes Big Country over the top rope into the face of 6 Mile. Biggest diving clothesline in the game. courtesy of Big Country 6 Mile. Shot to the midsection, tosses Country back into the ring. Country quickly recovering back to his feet. But before he can tag out to Outlaw, again, 6 Mile turns the tables on Big Country, the Brotherhood. Oh no. And now, oh! A twisting neck breaker with a little extra pizzazz courtesy of 6 Mile, bringing down Big Country. Adam Duke dropping the Outlaw. This could be the end. No, wait. Skull demanding that the Outlaw tag himself in, and the one-man army not going to shy away from a challenge. And here we go. Father and son going at it. Chops across the chest of the Outlaw. Outlaw being driven back into the corner. He's taking a lot of damage already. It's been a valiant effort on the part of Country and the Outlaw, but this numbers game could be too much. And now that tongue and death grip locked around the throat of his own son. Outlaw broke the hold! Outlaw broke the hold! A cover now by Skull, and here comes Country, saving his tag team partner and the match. But the real story, the Outlaw, the man with a Brotherhood tattoo, just broke Ken Skull's tongue in death grip. But does he have anything else left in the tank? Right hand splitting open the cranium of the Outlaw as Adam Duke gets the tag in. Backbreaker now to the one-man army. Here comes 6 Mile. Fresh, quick tags between each member of the Brotherhood. Teeing off on the one-man army. They picked apart Big Country. They picked apart the Outlaw. Double axe handle into the back of the Outlaw. 6 Mile setting. Wait! Outlaw catching 6 Mile. He's got him up on his shoulders. Samoan drop. A little bit of conversation between Outlaw and Country. Country asking for the tag. Here comes the World Heavyweight Champion. Has a hold of 6 Mile and a lariat across the throat of 6 Mile in the corner. Brotherhood forced to look on. Country and Outlaw taking control of this thing. Submission locked in. That camel clutch locked in deep on 6 Mile. Can he escape? No! 6 Mile forced to tap out, and Big Country and the Outlaw managing to pull this thing off. What a match! Big Country and the Outlaw fighting through thick and thin. Outlaw overcoming that huge triple power bomb. Both men escaping the tongue and death grip at the hands of the president of the Brotherhood, Ken Skull.
Here are your winners, Outlaw, Big County, and
We got more Pure Bedlam here to come, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to the Outlaw and Big Country. Well, folks, one night a year, a team from Prestige and a team from Rampage will collide here in the HKW, and that night happens to be here tonight. For Team Prestige, Captain Aaron O'Connor picking 3 soldiers to fight at his side, the Brewington brothers and Christian Wright. Michael Scars Minor being chosen by Donald Cash as the captain of Team Rampage, choosing Sid, Kevin Cummings, and the Gatekeeper. Oh!
The C is for the courage I possess through the drama. H is for the hurt, but it's all for the honor.
And heading out here first, representing Wednesday Night Prestige, the Brewington Brothers and the Miracle Man, Christian Wright.
his way to the ring at a combined weight of 820 pounds. Christian and Ricky
And while it could be a big win for any of these guys here tonight, as the winning team, every member of the winning team going to earn themselves a title shot of some kind. But this is a must-win situation for the Prestige Commissioner, Aaron O'Connor, as if he is not victorious here tonight, he will be removed as the Commissioner of Prestige.
from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, weighing in at 262 pounds, the Triple Crown Internet Champion, Aaron O'Connor.
And as the music of the E-Fed Elite rings out through the arena here tonight, one has to assume that the Elite has some pretty invested stakes in this matchup as well. They've been relying on Aaron O'Connor and his selective booking to keep them in wins and in gold, and it has been a victorious mission for them thus far. The tag team titles, United States title, HKW championship, and the social media title, all belonging to the E-Fed Elite. On the other side of things, Michael Scars Minor picking a much more interesting team.
72 pounds, magnificent one, Michael Minor, Gates, K.R. and Kid.
Sid and Gatekeeper joining Michael Scars Minor on their way down here to the ring to represent the Blue Brand. I have to say, this is a surprise strategically to me on the part of Michael Scars Minor. You know, you see the Brewington brothers out there at ringside, for Aaron O'Connor's Prestige Squad. But no other Kaijus out here alongside Gatekeeper. Apocalypse not out here alongside Sid. Michael Scars Minor, gotta believe he knows what he's doing though. Has to be heading into this tag team elimination matchup with some kind of strategy. Whether you like him or hate him, every time that Michael Scars Minor steps inside the squared circle, he comes with a plan. There's a reason that this guy has held as many titles in the short amount of time that he has been here in the HKW as he has. I gotta say, Gatekeeper not a bad choice when it comes to a tag team partner here tonight. The largest athlete in the HKW may be able to neutralize Danny Brewington. Sid, known as the Enigma, may be able to just neutralize the Miracle Man. How exactly the ladies' man, the sexiest man on HKW Friday Night Rampage, Kevin Cummings, plays into that, I do not know. Kevin Cummings, a former KZW champion, former tag team champion, former Apocalypse champion here in the HKW. These fans here in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, quite happy to see the ladies, man. So are we. These guys are all up here and ready to go. Michael Scars Minor, the captain of Team Rampage, starting things off for his squad, being picked up by Danny Brewington and landing on his feet like a cat, taking things over. Hard shot to the midsection of Minor, getting tossed back into his corner. A shot to the face from the Gatekeeper stuns Danny Brewington, and now Minor going to take things over, tosses Brewington into the corner, and going to tag in the biggest man in the HKW, the Gatekeeper. Standing over 7 feet tall, weighing in over 300 pounds. Less man, more monster is the Gatekeeper, driving a boot into the chest of the bigger of the two Brewington brothers, Danny Brewington, and chucks Brewington halfway across the ring. Ricky Brewington, Christian Wright trying to encourage Danny. Meanwhile, Aaron O'Connor can do nothing but look on, as with each blow, he potentially sees his fate, his job, slipping away here. And I gotta wonder just how the EFED Elite would respond to Aaron O'Connor if he lost tonight, if he came back to the locker room and was no longer the commissioner of the HKW. Brewington, Ricky Brewington getting the tag in, and a reverse DDT taking down the Gatekeeper, who pops back up to his feet relatively quickly. Danny Brewington pulling at Gatekeeper's legs, trying to bring him down over the ropes. Some good teamwork here on the part of the Brewington brothers, and the moving company may just be able to move the biggest package in the HKW, the Gatekeeper. Snapmare takeover by Ricky and Danny, driving a boot into the face of Gatekeeper. The Gatekeeper, for as big and strong as he is, being dissected by the former three-time HKW Tag Team Champions, Ricky and Danny Brewington. Oh! Ricky Brewington took his whole body to bring the Gatekeeper down, but he did it, looking for a cover, and it's Minor coming in to break up the pinfall attempt. Danny Brewington flying out of nowhere. Bulldog taking down Michael Scars Minor. Ricky Brewington looking to drop Minor even further, but instead it's Minor ringing the bell of Ricky Brewington, who recovers, and a Brewington family DDT. Brewington family DDT, dropping Gatekeeper Ricky Brewington out onto the apron. Backdrop puts down Michael Scars Minor. Pair of right hands take down the rest of Team Rampage as Team Prestige takes control of this contest. And here goes Ricky Brewington firing away like a pistol. Multiple right hands into the face of Gatekeeper, and again, that jawbreaker bringing down Gatekeeper, and that's going to bring in Christian Wright. Gatekeeper able to make the tag into the ladies' man, Kevin Cummings. And a low bridge drops Christian Wright over the top rope down to the floor, courtesy of Michael Scars Minor. Jawbreaker by Christian Wright, flinging Kevin Cummings across and into that ring post. They don't call him the Miracle Man for nothing, but I don't even know if Christian Wright is going to be able to find a way to pull this one out against significantly larger Kevin Cummings. Slides back into the ring. Christian Wright just able to put on the brakes. Looked like he was going for a suicide dive. Instead finds himself a very small man against two giants in Kevin Cummings and the Gatekeeper. European uppercut. Taste of home for the British-born Christian Wright. In the back, two camps cheering it out for their respective shows. Prestige and Rampage inside the ring. These 8 men giving it their all. Christian Wright heading up to the top rope. Gatekeeper on the ground. Christian Wright not able to connect with that elbow drop. Instead, here comes Sid. Where the Gatekeeper couldn't quite keep up with the speed of Christian Wright, Sid certainly can. Sid, a former Apocalypse champion, former tag team champion. So many words that can be used to describe Sid, but perhaps the best is deranged. I mean, Sid's fighting for Team Rampage in there, and he's wearing a throwback Friday Night Frenzy t-shirt. I think that says it all, ladies and gentlemen. Here comes Christian Wright. No, Sid turning things around. Christian dropping down underneath the bottom rope, and Sid running headlong into the turnbuckle. Sid delivering a pair of kicks to the head of Christian Wright and an elbow drop into the back of Christian as he tries to crawl his way across the ring towards O'Connor and the Brewington brothers. Sid now up to the top rope. What does Sid have planned? Oh, and a huge double axe handle, and now blood squirting from the head of Christian Wright. 2 count for Sid. And the drop kick to the back of the neck for Christian Wright. Christian is in trouble, desperately needing to make a tag to one of his partners, catching the leg of Sid and tripping Sid, taking out the ankle, looking for the cover. Sid quickly kicking out. Although he has been going 100 miles an hour, Sid hasn't really taken much damage since heading inside the ring. Christian Wright tossing Sid out to the floor. Wait, here comes Christian. Tornado DDT out of nowhere. This is awesome indeed. Christian Wright and Sid pulling out all the stops. Christian, multiple shots into the gut of Sid. And here comes the Miracle Man, dropping the boot into the back of Sid. Gatekeeper dropping off the apron, trying to help his partner, and tosses Christian back in the ring. Both men need to make a tag. Christian does. Christian tagging in Danny Brewington. Danny's been waiting. And Danny running over Sid. Irish whip sends Sid into the ropes. A huge hip toss for the Enigma. No! Sid landing on his feet. Brewington never even saw him coming as Sid drives the face of Danny Brewington down to the mat. Kick to the midsection. Sid, package pile driver. The package pile driver paying homage to his partner. Here comes Christian. Christian saving the Brewington brothers just like they saved him moments ago. Michael Scars Minor, the legal man for Team Rampage. Danny Brewington for Team Prestige. Brewington locked into that submission, that camel clutch, prying the hands of Minor away, slips out the back and pulls the ankles. Minor falling face first, and here comes Danny Brewington. Brewington looks pissed. Fallaway slam puts down Minor. Minor popping back up to his feet. An unrelenting Michael Scars Minor dropping Danny Brewington. Here's the cover two. And that's going to do it for Danny. Team Rampage taking the early lead 4-3 here. And this could be disastrous for Team Prestige. Christian right now, the legal man for Team Prestige. Right, tossing Scars into the corner. Back handspring dropping Michael Scars Minor. Now here comes Christian Wright. 450 splash off the bottom rope. quick cover and an equally quick kick out by Miner. Gotta imagine it would be disastrous for Team Rampage if the captain was to go down. Christian Wright coming in and a big knee into the face of Miner. Christian hooking the leg, and Miner again escaping before a 3 count can be put down. Christian looking for a kick. Miner twisting around the body of Christian. Christian with a similar move, wrapping himself around Miner, but Miner getting the advantage nonetheless. And now Christian finds himself a long way from his friends in the red brand. Michael Scars Miner doing a really good job of cutting off the ring here. Ooh! And what a DDT to Christian Wright. The head of Christian Wright being spiked. Able to dive. Back home, tagging in Ricky Brewington. Michael Scars Miner catches Brewington coming in with that cannonball dive. And that brings in the big man, the gatekeeper. No more Danny Brewington here to neutralize the formidable attacks of the gatekeeper. Instead, it's all going to be up to little brother Ricky. You say little, and despite the fact that Ricky Brewington is smaller than his brother Danny, smaller than the gatekeeper, don't forget Ricky Brewington still stands well over 6 feet tall. And the more technically sound of the Brewington brothers flying back into the face of the gatekeeper with a spinning clothesline. Oh, gatekeeper, lifting up Brewington, and a flapjack puts down Ricky. Whoa! A gatekeeper with some kind of green mist into the face of Ricky Brewington. Referee disqualifying the gatekeeper. I don't know what you're going to see out of those kaijus, but that turns things back to an even keel here as Sid takes a drop kick courtesy of Ricky Brewington. That green stuff still on his face. He wipes it from his eyes. Hopefully that'll help Brewington and not hinder him throughout the rest of this contest. Brewington looking to pick up Sid. Sid flipping over the back of Brewington's shoulder, connecting with the Bulldog. And now here goes Sid up to the top. Oh wait! Aaron O'Connor shoving down the Enigma. Sid crashing hard down onto the canvas. And Brewington able to recover. Here's the tag into the captain of Team Prestige. And a knee into the face of Sid. Sid answering back with an elbow. O'Connor in there not just fighting for Team Prestige tonight, fighting for his job. And perhaps his very survival if he was to lose that position. Michael Scars Miner and Aaron O'Connor, the captains of Prestige and Rampage, exchanging a couple light blows. And now O'Connor bringing in Kevin Cummings with a DDT. That's going to leave Sid all alone. O'Connor calling to Christian Wright. and Ricky Brewington. They've got Sid up in the corner. Triple powerbomb. A massive triple powerbomb to Sid. And Michael Scars Minor flying in out of nowhere, saving the day for the enigma known as Sid. Sid reversing a choke slam. His bell has certainly been rung. He's going to have to tag out to Kevin Cummings. Kevin flying into the face of Aaron O'Connor. Can tell he's a little bit pissed about being brought in with that DDT. O'Connor doesn't care. He's got another DDT for him. Kevin Cummings dropping out to the floor, trying to change around the momentum. That's only going to change around the legal man for Team Prestige as Christian Wright accepts the tag from O'Connor. Surprised to see that Wright is even still in this matchup. And Christian Wright, legs being taken out from underneath him. The ladies, man, taking control. Did you hear that? I swear we just heard a scream from every woman here in Montreal. Jackknife powerbomb putting down Christian Wright too. And here comes Ricky Brewington saving the day. Diving shoulder tackle into the back of Brewington. Team Prestige and Team Rampage. Every one of these men wanting so desperately a shot at championship gold. Oh! Aaron O'Connor, straight jab into the eye of the ladies man, who flies back into the face of O'Connor and Christian Wright, clubbing both men simultaneously with that huge clothesline. There goes Ricky Brewington. Christian Wright being stacked up on the top rope. A little display of flexing courtesy of the ladies man before he heads up to meet Christian Wright on that top rope. Has him loaded up on his shoulders. Whoa! Flipping down and driving all of his weight into the body of Christian Wright. Scoring a near fall is Kevin Cummings. And so far these... Oh, what was that? A little, it looked like a little scuffle there between the ladies man and Sid. Sid not able to get into the ring quite as fast as he had hoped, and as a result, Christian Wright taking control for Team Prestige. Right. Back and forth across the face of Sid, follows it up with a knee, and now Christian Wright. Christian Wright calling for some aid from his tag team partners. And another big red bomb for Sid from Team Prestige. 2, and Sid kicks out. Sid somehow, someway getting the shoulder up. 2 9/10. Hell, 2 99/100 on that one for Sid. But able to escape, and now fighting his way out of the red corner. Reverse DDT, slowing down Sid's attempt to get to The boys in blue on Rampage drop to hold, taking down Ricky Brewington, hooks the head, and suplex takes over Brewington. What's Sid got planned now? Heading back up to the top rope. Wait, Aaron O'Connor again! O'Connor again dropping Sid off of that top rope to a waiting and dangerous Ricky Brewington. And now it looks like the Brewington Brothers Moving Company, although a hand light, may be ready to go to work. Sid now ready to go down. Kick to the midsection, arms hook, package pile driver. Sid hooking the leg of Brewington. Christian Wright again making the save for Ricky Brewington. Full Nelson slam takes down Christian Wright. Sid again with a cover, and this time Brewington able to recover of his own volition. Neither team wants to be the team to lose the next man and put their team one man short at a handicapped disadvantage. Sid and Kevin Cummings working together, bringing Ricky Brewington off of that middle rope with a double backdrop. Brewington able to recover. Beginning to wonder how these guys are still going. Brewington tagging out to the captain. Here comes Aaron O'Connor. Stiff shot to the chest of the ladies' man, who answers with one of his own. O'Connor catching the boot of Kevin Cummings, back and forth, and now a pop-up powerbomb for Kevin Cummings. A little distraction there for Michael Scars Minor. And that's going to be just enough to allow Minor to break up the pinfall attempt by Aaron O'Connor. These captains, we know that they have some personal history. Kevin Cummings out of the corner with a big body bomb. And kicking up a little dirt into the face of the E-Fed Elites, Aaron O'Connor. As I was saying, we know about the personal history between Aaron O'Connor and Michael Scars Minor, the two captains for Prestige and Rampage, respectively. Wait. O'Connor sneaking up behind Kevin Cummings, dropping him with a discus lariat. Flips over with a snapmare. O'Connor with that long look at Minor. Two men with some trash talk between them, but Minor not able to distract O'Connor from his quest to take down Kevin Cummings. And are you kidding me? And what is becoming quickly the MO for Team Prestige here. Another triple powerbomb, this time for the ladies' man, coming out the top rope and brought down into the mat. Covered by O'Connor too. And that's gonna do it for Kevin Cummings. Sid not able to get there in time. O'Connor snapmare takeover to the other captain, Michael Scars Minor, and now tagging to Christian Wright. Blood all over the face of Christian Wright, wearing a rather appropriate crimson mask as he represents the red brand. Christian picking up Minor, dropping Minor across that top rope. Brewington insisting on being tagged in by Christian Wright. As Wright has taken a lot of punishment in this contest. Gator roll there by Brewington, holding on tight to Michael Scars Minor. Bringing him up to his feet, Irish whip, sending Scars into the corner. Scars catching Brewington by the throat and drilling him hard into the canvas with a modified choke slam. Team Rampage, of course, down 3-2 here. Minor bringing Brewington up to his feet, sends him into the corner. This could be the Blue Brand's chance to turn things around. Here comes Sid. Sid begging for Ricky to hit him, avoiding the contact, and look at Sid go. Spin wheel kick, putting down Ricky Brewington too. And that's going to do it for Ricky. We are down to 2 men on each side. For Prestige, O'Connor and Christian Wright. For Rampage, Sid and Michael Scars Minor. O'Connor launched into the corner. Hey, wait, what is this? Minor refusing to tag in. Sid doesn't care. Sid's going for it. Oh! Minor! Michael Scars Minor with a kick to the back of the head of Sid. What the hell? Michael Scars Minor just screwed over Sid. Wait, what? What is this? Minor just allowing himself to get rolled up by Aaron O'Connor. What the hell? Team Prestige getting the victory here. Oh no! Oh, come on! Aaron O'Connor handing Michael Scars Minor an EFED Elite t-shirt. Are you kidding me? And Minor putting it on. This is ridiculous. This has all been a screw job. Set up by Aaron O'Connor and the EFED Elite. Oh no! And now Christian Wright left alone with Minor and O'Connor. And O'Connor, the Elite Destroyer, destroying Christian Wright. This is sick. Damn them!
Here are your winners. That competition, Michael Minor, Aaron O'Connor.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have more HKW Pure Bedlam coming up next. Damn it! That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure that you slam down on that subscribe button so that you do not miss any of the great HKW action, like HKW Festival of Fights coming up December 22nd right here on the HKW network. On her way down to the ring, representing the E-Fed Elite, she is the former undisputed women's champion. She has her way. She will be again here tonight. The Queen of the Elite, April Mead. As much as I'm sure that April wanted this to be a one-on-one contest, after a backstage altercation with Scarlett Jones, took Jones out of the Femme Fatale tournament, the powers that be deciding that Jones would get a shot at the HKW's Undisputed Women's Championship here tonight against both April Mead and Cynthia St. Clair. Scarlett Jones certainly has been impressive. An early pick, actually, to be the overall victor in the Femme Fatale tournament that wrapped up earlier this evening. Instead, it was Catherine Storm walking away with that prize. It'll be Storm heading in to Festival of Fights next month for a shot at that piece of hardware right there. The undisputed women's champion, Cynthia St. Clair. That beautiful championship belt slung across her shoulder. She has dominated the women's division for the last couple of months, defeating April Mead back in September to capture the women's title just before April crossed the 300-day threshold in terms of time held with the championship. All three women taking a long look at the gold here. Only one can walk away as the undisputed women's champion here tonight. Important to remember in these triple threat matchups, no disqualification. April Mead immediately rolling out to the floor. Cynthia St. Clair turning around to find Scarlett Jones already flying into her face. April more than happy to let Jones and St. Clair do as much damage to each other as possible before getting herself involved. And April ringing the dome of Cynthia St. Clair's steel chair. Multiple shots unprotected to the skull of Cynthia. So many shots to the head of the bipolar bombshell. By the end of this, she may just be sane. Scarlett Jones being dropped from on high. Here's a cover by April on St. Clair. St. Clair quickly flipping over onto her gut. Smart move there by Cynthia. But she is being pinned down by the Queen of the Elite, April Mead. Oh, here comes Scarlett. Scarlett Jones from behind. Scarlett knows what a huge opportunity she has in front of her here tonight. Opportunities like this do not come along every day. A newcomer here into the HKW having a shot at championship gold. Some wait their entire careers for a chance at a championship, and Scarlett has that opportunity right here tonight. But April Mead and Cynthia St. Clair looking to vanquish that dream, put it to a stop here tonight at Pure Bedlam. Standing moonsault by Scarlett Jones. That doesn't seem to be enough for her. Going to head up top. April is down in the middle of the ring, trying to get back to her feet, as is St. Clair. Here comes Scarlett, caught by April. April flipping Scarlett down, trying to drive her to the mat, but instead Scarlett fighting her way admirably off the shoulders of April Mead. And here comes the bipolar bombshell from behind. And Famouser putting down Cynthia St. Clair. There's a cover by April. That could do it. Scarlett Jones doesn't even realize what's going on as April almost had the win, had the gold right there. And bit by bit, things looking worse all the time for both Scarlett Jones and Cynthia St. Clair. This black-hearted queen now going to work on Cynthia St. Clair with a steel chair. Is it illegal in this matchup? No. Is it distasteful? You're damn right it is. And here they go. Cynthia St. Clair and Scarlett Jones. No. I thought they were going to start working together. Instead, Cynthia slamming Scarlett Jones from behind. Multiple kicks into the chest of Jones and a stiff shot across the jaw. Here comes April Mead off the top rope. Elbow into the back of Jones. Reverse DDT now by Cynthia St. Clair. Roll up by April Mead too, and St. Clair able to escape the clutches of the Queen of the Elite, grabbing April and slamming her head first into the canvas. That bipolar brain buster putting down April Mead. Meanwhile, Scarlett Jones has some ideas of her own. Leg hooked and a 2 count. Cynthia St. Clair escaping just before the 3. But April has got her legs. Whoa! And April gonna send Cynthia St. Clair for the ride, being spun around over and over. Just a flash of green whipping by. Oh! Powerbomb coming down from Scarlett Jones to April Mead. April able to kick out, but Scarlett holding on with a Boston Crab. April able to get to the bottom rope. And this contest will continue. Scarlett Jones trying to get the 3 count there on Cynthia St. Clair. Good move on the part of Jones, who pops up to the top rope. St. Clair slowly back to her feet. Oh! But playing a little bit of possum, stepping out to the side. No one home for Scarlett Jones. And a fall-away slam. Put Scarlett back to the mat. April looking on from outside, picking her time to strike. Here comes Cynthia St. Clair. Big hurricanrana. April knocking out the referee, assuring that the referee can't count a 3 for Cynthia St. Clair. April again with that steel chair into the midsection of St. Clair. Right hand back across the face of Cynthia, has her up and brings her down. April looking for the pin, but the referee is out. You know who's not? Scarlett Jones, breaking up a potential victory for the Queen of the Elite, April Mead. April chucked over the top rope. Oh, and a spine buster by Scarlett Jones. Cynthia St. Clair answering quickly, looking for the cover too. And again, Scarlett escapes. All 3 of these women, you can tell they want it so badly. Scarlett dropping Cynthia St. Clair. April Mead from behind, whipping Scarlett over the top rope and dropping her down to the floor. And now they're going to look for the cover here on St. Clair. Oh! St. Clair keeping it alive. Escaping with a near fall. April throwing the elbow into the face of Cynthia, tripping her up and dropping her down. And now here comes Cynthia St. April Mead, flying into the face of Cynthia St. Clair. Multiple close on Scarlett Jones, back into the ring, and a famouser taking down Scarlett Jones. April getting about 5 feet in height there. Taking Scarlett face first down to the canvas. Cover it here. Feet on the ropes, and again the women's champion able to escape. April will do anything to get back the women's championship. Out the back goes Cynthia St. Clair, looking for a kick into the face of April. And now a snapmare takeover into the pinfall attempt. Scarlett Jones trying to get in on the action herself. Oh, and a face buster for St. Clair. April Mead crawling into the cover. And Scarlett furious with April. Backdrop to April. Scarlett is all alone with the women's champion. Moonsault. And this is that experience factor coming into play. Scarlett needs to be going for pinfalls here while she has the opportunity with April outside of the ring. And here comes the Queen of the Elite, the former undisputed women's champion. Shot to the back of Scarlett, has her up and bringing her down hard. That'll jam your knee rather quickly. Scarlett hobbling along towards the ropes, but able to fight her way out of the clutches of April. Snap! Suplex taking over. April Mead, a second one. Scarlett Jones holding on with everything she has, taking over April a third time. Hooks the leg, going for the cover. Cynthia St. Clair saying, hell no. You can really feel how much each one of these women wants to walk away. As the champion here tonight, not giving up an inch. April diving to break up the pin there. Scarlett Jones in control. The young upstart. Drop toe hold taking down. Cynthia St. Clair follows it up with a face buster. Here's the cover to April, breaking up the pinfall attempt by Scarlett Jones. That likely would have been it. All these women look absolutely spent, and yet somehow they're all still going. April, oh! April driving the throat of Scarlett Jones across that top rope, guillotining her. And now lifting her high up onto that top turnbuckle, turning your attention back to St. Clair, famous for St. Clair. Now April, oh! Stiff shot from Mead up on the top rope. Hooks the arm, superplex. Dead center of the ring by April Mead. Cynthia St. Clair back to her feet. Kicks and chops exchange between the two women. Cynthia looking for a stinger splash. Out of the way moves April, but Cynthia grabbing April's hair and flinging her down to the mat. 1, 2. April escaping yet again. So personal between these two women. Cynthia St. Clair, April Mead. Multiple kicks now into the chest of April. Oh! And a final kick across her jaw. Diving into the fray comes Scarlett Jones. Russian leg sweep takes Scarlett down. The women's champion is in control. This could be it. 2 count. Scarlett trying to get her hands on Cynthia St. Clair. Slips around behind. Look at the German suplex. Cynthia landing on her feet like a cat, and in comes April, putting down both women. And now, oh no, April has Scarlett Jones. Cynthia nowhere to be found. She's out on the outside. 2. That's gonna do it. April Mead. April Mead picking up the victory here tonight. Pinning Scarlett Jones. Rules of these triple threat matchups. Champion does not have to be pinned in order to lose the title, and that is the case right here tonight. April Mead using every veteran instinct she had to walk away with a victory. And, ladies and gentlemen, your new undisputed women's champion, April Mead. Hanging high above the ring is one of the most dangerous structures in all of professional wrestling. And here tonight, 6 men get ready to step inside its hallowed halls. On their way to the ring first, Brynjar and Bornir, the Heralds of Valhalla. The Heralds of Valhalla, one of the most dominant tag teams that we have ever seen here in the HKW, amassing a huge number of wins over on Friday Night Rampage. They more than earned their way into this contest here tonight. But after all their trials, tribulations, and sails across the sea on their Viking boats, will they be victorious here tonight? Will they be able to take away HKW Tag Team titles from Christopher Chaos and the Alpha Angel Brian Mead, the E-Fed Elite?
Yeah. Go ahead and make this my entrance music.
Rob Roman
time is now. You don't stay down for the
and Daniel Roberts,
I'll burn it down. Real shooter, you running your
the tag team that Roman never wanted.
Conquer, repeat. I'm the beast with the unbeatable streak. Viva la raza.
Daniel Roberts interjecting himself into a tag team match a couple weeks ago on HKW Wednesday Night Prestige, and as a result, he was inadvertently chosen to be Rob Roman's partner here tonight inside of Hell in a Cell. There you see, he is the HKW United States champion, one half of the tag team champions, the Alpha Angel Brian Mead. And now the People's Champion going to be joined by the Elite Enforcer, his longtime best friend Christopher Chaos.
Hey, you wanna hear a good joke? Nobody speak, nobody get choked. Just victims of the in-house drive-by.
And surprisingly, this matchup was actually the Alpha Angels' idea. Mead telling Roman and the Heralds of Valhalla there will not be a rematch after they're defeated here tonight. They will not receive another opportunity at the E-Fed Elite's tag team titles. And after Aaron O'Connor's victory, if you can call it that, earlier tonight in the Prestige versus Rampage matchup, I have to say, the E-Fed Elite holds all the cards here. Here we go. This may be the last opportunity the Heralds of Valhalla or Rob Roman have at those HKW Tag Team titles. Angel kick to the gut on Roman. Roman gonna plant Angel with a bulldog. Meanwhile, Christopher Chaos and Brynjar getting it on. Daniel Roberts taking on Bornier. Brynjar coming to aid his Herald of Valhalla teammate. Big clubbing blows to the back. Angel trying to lock a submission in onto Rob Roman. Can't quite get it latched in as it is instantly broken up by the Heralds of Valhalla. Of course, the first team to score a pinfall or submission in this contest will be the victors. Daniel Roberts down on the outside. Bornier and the Alpha Angel doing battle. Whoa! Brynjar planting the face of Christopher Chaos. Rob Roman following suit. Chaos's head may be flattened after that one. Daniel Roberts, the Alpha Angel, Brian Mead continuing their long-standing war as the Heralds of Valhalla begin to pick apart the anarchist Rob Roman inside the squared circle. Matchup like this, so dangerous, so many elements around each and every turn, like a flying Christopher Chaos into the corner, disrupting the plans of the Heralds of Valhalla and leaving Brynjar the only one on his feet. Chaos recovering rather quickly, but a clothesline takes him almost out of his boots. Now the Alpha Angel locking the submission in on Daniel Roberts. Roberts able to escape that figure four. And a spear driving through the Alpha Angel. Rob Roman has a hold of Brynjar. Oh my God! A flying Viking and anarchist through a steel cage wall. We have seen it all here tonight at HKW Pure Bedlam. Thank you again for joining us this evening as we continue to watch the war being waged inside the ring for the HKW Tag Team Championships. Oh! Brynjar with a huge backdrop to the Alpha Angel. Chaos, Daniel Roberts, and Brynjar doing battle inside the ring. Meanwhile, high above it are Rob Roman and Bornier. Oh, and a bulldog to the face of Bornier. Christopher Chaos fighting his way out of the corner and beelining towards that broken cell wall. And there goes Christopher Chaos up the side of the cell. Meanwhile, up on top of the cell, neck breaker to Rob Roman. Christopher Chaos mocking Rob Roman up on top of that cell just last month. HKW Brimstone, those two men were locked inside this hellacious structure themselves. Whoa! Chaos dropping Rob Roman. The Alpha Angel seeing what's going on up on top of the cell roof and deciding he wants none of it, dropping down himself. Neckbreaker to Christopher Chaos. Daniel Roberts starting to scale the cage and perhaps remembering the words of Rob Roman not to get involved in his business. Oh! Christopher Chaos. Oh! And a massive pile driver unhinges. Part of the roof. Chaos falling through the cell roof. Able to land on his feet, but Rob Roman has been absolutely destroyed up on top of the cell. Meanwhile, on the outside, Daniel Roberts and the Alpha Angel Brian Mead, each with a member of the Heralds of Valhalla. Daniel Roberts seeing Chris Chaos all alone inside the ring, trying to get back to the ring, but cut off by Bornier. Rob Roman just finally starting to move. I'm personally glad to see that, as I was beginning to worry about him. Daniel Roberts, big shot to the gut on Bornier. Chris Chaos being brought out of the corner by Rob Roman back inside the ring. Christopher Chaos has Roman up and brought down hard, hanging on to the midsection. No remorse. The Rob Roman pinfall attempt broken up by Daniel Roberts. Roberts into the face of Chaos himself. Chaos Irish whipped across the ring. Here comes Bornier, dropping Daniel Roberts. Absolute insanity here tonight. HKW Pure Bedlam. Daniel Roberts brought out of the corner with a neck breaker courtesy of Christopher Chaos. Chaos measuring up Daniel Roberts. Roberts kick right between the legs of Christopher Chaos, and Chaos planted by Roberts. Here's the cover. No one nearby. Just like that, Daniel Roberts just won the HKW Tag Team titles. I don't think Rob Roman even realizes what just happened. Rob Roman and Daniel Roberts are your new HKW Tag Team Champions.
Here are your winners and the new World Tag Team Champions, Lord Daniel Roberts and the Anarchists.
There is not a man, woman, or child standing here in Montreal.
Lord Daniel Roberts and the Anarchists.
Oh, and Daniel telling Rob to come and bring it in for a hug. They're the new tag team champions. There we go. Hugging it out here. A good show of camaraderie between Daniel Roberts and Rob Roman. Maybe I spoke too soon. A little bit of a shoving match starting here between Roberts and Roman. Oh, come on, guys. You just won the tag team titles. Daniel Roberts grabbing a hold of Rob Roman. Roman being whipped across the ring. Here comes Roberts. Rainbow cutter to Rob Roman.
Hey guys, it's Archangel Brian Mead here. Just want to remind you to slam down on that subscribe button so you have a chance to win this Becky Lynch Funko Pop we're giving away at 300 subscribers. Just make sure to hit subscribe, leave a comment on this video. Good luck.
It has been an incredible night here in Montreal, Quebec, Canada.
From New York,
But we have arrived
54 pounds,
at the top of the mountain. Our main event for the evening, and on his way down to the ring first, the one, the only, Rock Leone. On multiple occasions, Rock Leone has shown that he has the number of the HKW champion, Evan Jones. This will not be the first time that Jones and Rock Leone have fought, or fought over a title for that matter. These two have done battle all over the world. And ironically, their feud finally coming home for Evan Jones here in the HKW. But not only will Jones be forced to deal with a ghost from his past internationally, he's also going to have to deal with a ghost from right here at home in the form of the leader of the Genericaholic Nation, Xander Shaw. And here we go on his way down to the ring. The most generic of all the Genericaholics, Xander Shaw. Xander with a bit of a career renaissance earlier this year. Choosing to put away all negative emotion and allowing the power of positivity to guide him, and it has been doing a hell of a job guiding him here tonight to this opportunity at the HKW title. And let's give him a big thumbs up, Xander Shaw! And just as fast as the smile comes on the face of Xander Shaw, it fades from the rest of ours. On his way down to the ring, the self-proclaimed god of professional wrestling, representing the EFED Elite, the Golden Idol himself, Evan Jones. Evan decked out from head to toe in black and gold here tonight. Of course, I don't just mean the mask or the robe. I also mean the title belt wrapped around the waist of the one and only Evan Jones.
Now face the flame, fuckers, your fame and face don't. I'll rob Charlie Brown, Peppermint Patty, Linus and Lucy. The coke in the doobie, roll bullies to smoke with Snoopy. I still remain that dick grabbing slacker that spit a loogie. Cause the total of the toolie, you murder your fucking moolies.
So much history between Evan Jones and Xander Shaw, two men who have collided on numerous occasions. It'll be interesting to see how Rock Leone plays into the mix. Here we go. And out of the gate, Evan Jones flying into the face of Xander Shaw, immediately turning his attention to Rock Leone. Evan trying to assert a level of dominance right from the get-go here with fast and furious offense. Rock Leone, beautiful float over, belly-to-belly suplex, taking down Jones. Jones going to recover quickly. Double underhook. That butterflying those arms and taking over Rock Leone with a modified German suplex of his own, looking to do more damage to Xander Shaw, who avoids contact momentarily but can't avoid the overhead belly-to-belly. And now Rock Leone cutting off the offense of Evan Jones. I gotta hand it to Evan. Came out of the bell, like a ball of fire, but there's only so much anyone can do. Wait, roll up here. Well, Evan Jones, nice mood there, trying to roll up Rock Leone, but it was not to be. Xander Shaw tossed to the outside of the ring by Rock, who wants a little one-on-one time with the champ. Evan Jones more than happy to oblige. Right hand into the face of Rock Leone. That elite leader looking for a cover. And a quick kick out by Rock. Evan Jones retaking control, but quickly put down by Xander Shaw. Jones rolling to the outside, and Xander going to take his time with Rock Leone. Dropping him down. Samoan drop there. Here's a cover one. Rock working his way back up to his feet, avoiding the shot from Shaw. Going underneath, and Xander Shaw with a clothesline. Evan Jones with a baseball bat right across the dome of Shaw. Leone falling to the outside, looking for a quick cover on Shaw. But Shaw able to shake out the cobwebs and kick out before the three. Evan Jones like a man possessed here tonight. Spinning pair of boots right underneath the jaw of Xander Shaw. Evan going after Rock Leone, but Rock having other ideas. Back and forth again between Leone and Evan Jones. Rock Leone smashing Jones into the back, turning his attention to Xander Shaw, dropping Shaw with that Death Valley driver-like maneuvering. Oh, I don't know if Evan would have made it in time, but Xander Shaw, thankfully for him, kicking out just prior to three. And now Rock with a rock drop for Evan Jones. And it's Jones coming up with a kick out, escaping from the pinfall and keeping the reign of the HKW champion alive. Rock Leone rolling down to the floor while Xander Shaw. Wait, Shaw! That's the brass knucks! It's those brass knucks from the other night! Brass knucks into the face of Evan Jones. And now, a cover by Shaw. This is going to do it too! And Jones just barely escaping before the 3 count. I thought that was it for sure. And here comes Xander Shaw flying into the face of Rock Leone. Leone kick to the midsection and a neck breaker to Xander Shaw. Leone dropping Evan Jones. Cover now on Jones. 2. And again Jones able to stay alive. He hasn't been able to muster much offense for a minute. As it's almost like Xander Shaw and Rock Leone taking turns with who's gonna hurt Evan Jones. Jones avoiding the clothesline from Rock, and a belly-to-belly suplex takes him over. Now Xander Shaw turning, stomping away at Rock Leone, caught by Evan Jones. Elbow back into the face of Jones, kick to the midsection. Xander has Jones hooked, X-Breaker. An X-Breaker for Evan Jones. Rock Leone turning the tables on Xander Shaw too. Rock can't get the 3 count on Shaw, now looking for it on Jones. And it's Jones kicking out. Rock Leone coming so close to picking up the victory here tonight. He can taste it. Xander Shaw flung shoulder first into the corner. Evan Jones, wait, Rock Leone up on the shoulders of Xander Shaw. X marks the spot. X marks the spot to Rock Leone. Whoa! Evan Jones! Evan Jones rolling up Xander Shaw! And he got him! He got him! Evan Jones! Evan Jones rolling up Xander Shaw just after that huge X marks the spot took out Rock Leone. I don't know. I thought Xander Shaw might have been in the ropes, ladies and gentlemen. Can we get another shot of that? No? Well, ladies and gentlemen, still the HKW champion, Evan Jones. And that is going to do it for us here tonight at HKW Pure Bedlam. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight. And we will see you this coming Wednesday for HKW Wednesday Night Prestige. Good night, everybody.